A man broke into my home and spoke to me. I always sleep with one eye open, but I haven't used a sleeping aid since the night this happened. I was a teenager living alone with my mom. She was on powerful sleeping medication at the time. I had the same problem, sometimes going days without sleep. So I started taking a natural supplement blend, including valerian root, to help me rest. One night I took my supplements, felt them kick in, and slowly faded off to sleep. I don't know how much time passed, but I woke up in a daze, still heavily sedated. Something had nudged me out of sleep, a voice, muffled, coming from inside my room. I forced my eyes open, vision still blurry. There was a tall man standing on the other side of my shelving unit, right by the door. My brain took a second to process it. I lived alone with my mom. There were no other men in this apartment. Then the adrenaline hit. Now I should mention, I was a bit of a wild teenager at the time, really into knives and weapons, and right next to my bed sat my machete. The second he saw me reach for it, he turned and ran. I chased him out of the apartment looking like a half-asleep teenage Jason Voorhees. By the time I made it to the hallway, he was already gone. Then I saw it. He had kicked our front door completely off its hinges to get in. I hadn't heard a single thing. The supplements were doing their job. My first thought was my mom. Her room was right next to the entrance. I ran in and found her fast asleep. I woke her up and called the police. The officers came, looked around, and told me I probably scared him enough that he wouldn't come back. Then they left. I told my mom to go back to sleep. I sat on the couch with the machete next to me and stayed awake until sunrise. As I sat there in the dark, some details started to stand out. He had left every door in the apartment closed except mine. He kicked the front door in and went straight to my bedroom. And what was he saying to me before I woke up? Was he drugged, lost, looking for someone else? Or was he there specifically for me? I still don't know. But a weapon next to my bed has been a tradition ever since. Man is still the scariest creature of all.